Okay. So Paul asked me if I could give a lightning talk yesterday, so I haven't had much time. But a few weeks ago I gave a lightning talk at the Python user group, so I thought I could just take that talk and tweak it a little bit. And so today I'm going to talk about division and modulo operations and how Java got this right. Let's start. Why isn't this working? Okay, with the quiz. So if I do -7 divided by 2, what's the answer? Is it A, -3, B, -4, C, neither? What do you think? Who says A?
That sounds good.
Yeah? And what about B? No takers for B? Well, the correct answer is A. Very good. However, in Python it's and in Python you write the integer division is with 2 slashes. It's actually called floor division, and it rounds down, so that's why it's 4. Another quiz. 7 divided by -2. A little bit different. What's the answer? -3, -4, or neither? Who says -3? Most people. Anyone says -4? Yeah.
He's read the book.
Okay, so it's A again. No big surprise there. So next one, -7 modulo 2. Is it 1, -1, or neither?
C.
C. Anyone who wants to say A? Anyone wants to say B? A few. So a little bit of uncertainty here. Correct answer is B. However, in Python it's A.
Why is it B?
We'll get to that. So what about 7 modulo -2.25? Between -2.5. Is it 2? -0.5? Neither. Who says neither? Yeah. Well, the correct answer is A. So, are you confused?
Absolutely.
So what are the rules? So in Java, not only in Java, but in a lot of other languages, C, C++, JavaScript, etc., integer division always rounds towards 0. So if you have a positive number, it rounds down, and if you have a negative number, it rounds up. And then we have this relationship, which is quite important. If you take the quotient and remainder, then those two are linked together by this equation on the right, which says that if you take the divisor times the quotient plus the remainder, you get the dividend, which is n. And the remainder is always less than the divisor, which is m, in absolute value. Yeah, and in Java we have to add a little condition here. M and n have to be ints or longs. It follows from A and B that the remainder r has the same sign as a dividend, the number that we're dividing. So, given B, A and C are equivalent. So A follows from B and C, and C follows from A and B. In Python, however, floor division always rounds down. That means if you have a positive number, it rounds down. If you have a negative number, it rounds down.
What's a down and negative?
If you have -3.5 and you round that down, you get -4. -4 is less than -3.5. If you have the same equation, okay, so that equation is golden, we don't touch that. And there are no exceptions. M and n don't need to be integers. And it follows from A and B that R always has the same sign as the divisor. And it follows from B and C that division always rounds down. So they're tied together. You can't take A from Java, combine that with C from Python. They don't go together. So what does this entail? So let's go through an example. So let's say we are in a circle, and we have 2 points on this circle, A and B. A at 10 degrees, measured from this point here, I guess. The one that is to the right of the center of the circle. And B is at, let's say, 200 degrees. And we want to calculate the angle that we have to rotate to get from A to B. So there's a nice formula. B is the target angle, A is the starting angle. We take B minus A, add 180, modulo 360, and then we subtract minus 180. And that should give us, with these numbers, minus 170 degrees. And minus 170, that means that we are rotating clockwise. So we're following the bottom part of the circle and going to B. Sounds okay? Sounds normal. So this works for both Python and Java, no problem. So what do we do when we want to go from B to A? We apply the same formula. And we get minus 190 degrees, so we go clockwise from B to A. So this route here, 190 degrees. In Python, we take the shortcut. And of course, the long cut is much better, especially if you're on a carousel. You get more sightseeing. So Java is much better. We all agree about that. And then, what if I measure my angles in radians? I don't have integers. How does that work in Python? Well, floor division and modulo are also defined for floats, so we get the similar formula, except that we have to exchange 180 with pi, because pi radians is 180 degrees. So, in Java 8, what was the major change to Java that was introduced in Java 8?
Lambdas.
Excuse me?
Java 8. Lambdas.
Yeah, lambdas. Yes, that's two. Anything else? Streams?
Streams.
Yeah. Anything else?
Wasn't the file handling?
Yeah.
IO or something?
Well, the most important thing was that they added floor division and
Most important.
to the math class. And that's good. Somebody must have taken a look at Python and said, why don't we do the same thing in Java? We can do it if we want. And for those weirdos like me that have to do some computations of a robot or something like that, turning angles, they can use that. And we have all the definitions you see here. 3 definitions for each, because you have to take the different combinations of ints and longs. And so, what about if you have doubles and floats? I couldn't fit them all on this slide, so I go to the next slide. And here we have them. So, what does that mean? Somebody didn't really get it. But Kotlin then. Kotlin started with a clean slate, so they could have done it exactly what's best. Make the use the experience from all the other languages and choose the really best implementation or definition of modulo. And they introduced modulo exactly the same as Java, which proves that Java is best. And then they deprecated mod and renamed it to RAM. And then, nothing more. And then my last slide, I didn't have time to tweak it, but you can read it through. And if you think that I have a bias towards Python, and I think that Python really did a good choice when they defined modulo and division, and that Java is not really adequate, it's patchy, it's incomplete, And that's just me rambling. We all agree that Java is the bestest language in the world. That's why we're here. And so I suggest that we all say in unison on the count of 3, go Java, okay? 1, 2, 3, go Java! I think I'm done here.
All right, thank you.